mountains and blinding blue sky. With a prickle of adrenaline, he remembers the day's plan. Last night he and his friends had decided they couldn't leave without attempting the notoriously high jump in the snowboard park that they hadn't yet tried. For the first time in all his years of chasing the thrills of skiing and snowboarding, he is going to get himself a crash helmet. That is why he has to get up early today, to give himself time to go to the ski shop where he will buy the best one available. He likes the best of things, and now he can afford to be extravagant. He packs his small bag, throwing in his clothes without a thought, no careful folding or smoothing. Then he takes a quick shower, long enough to enjoy the sting of hot water washing off the suds as he feels a tension in his muscles. Keeping fit is one of his hobbies, which is why he has taken up amateur boxing back in London. This reminds him of a former girlfriend, Annabelle, and he thinks now with pleasure about her body, as lean and supple as a ballerina's, even though exercise was as alien to her as ballet is to him. Together with his mother and sisters, it was she who nagged him to give up boxing when he came home one evening from his weekly bout with his T-shirt covered in blood. "You have such a magnificent brain," Annabelle had said. "It's one of the things I love about you." He considered giving in to them, for in a rueful sort of way, he enjoyed the fuss they made. Breakfast is served downstairs in the small dining room of this old Alpine hotel with its checked gingham curtains and cosy decor, everything so strangely diminutive compared to the view through the mullioned windows. When I have a chalet in the mountains, he thinks, I'll have one built to amplify the light and the vastness, to feel on the edge of such awesome beauty, and to see and know it is dropping away beneath me. Soon he is joined for breakfast by his friends Ben and Charlie, both fellow snowboarders, as well as colleagues back in London, and after some laughter recalling last night's exploits, they confirm the day's plans. The snowboard park, the jump, and then the dash to the airport to get the flight to London. They discuss the jump, how long the descent for it should be, where to start. It is difficult to judge at what point and at what speed it should be taken to remain on balance, which is where the thrill comes in. The longer the approach down to it, the faster you go, the higher you jump. He is the only one not to own a helmet, so he leaves them finishing breakfast and makes his way to the ski shop. This is St. Anton, and the shop is appropriately stocked. The clientele of the elegant resort is a mix of ambitious snowboarders and well-heeled classical skiers, and there is every fashionable accoutrement for sale. He is distracted on entering by a striking girl assessing herself in a long mirror, clearly wondering about the figure-hugging pale turquoise ski suit she is trying on. He catches her eye as he walks past and wants to say, "You look beautiful in that," but he doesn't, and fleetingly regrets his reserve. Soon she is forgotten, and he is looking at helmets, listening carefully to the laid-back long-haired ski pro describing the merits of each. Trying them on, he is surprised by their lightness, but dislikes the sensation of containment. He wonders if it might be disorienting. Absolute concentration and balance are needed when making a serious jump, and the helmet could be a distraction when he is not used to it. The assistant explains the technology and shows him how the fit must be precise, the strap under the chin tightened and adjusted just so to keep it in place. And of course it needs to look cool, because undoubtedly part of the fun of snowboarding is looking cool, which he can't help thinking is compromised by a helmet. But the jump today is very high, and he is going to take it as hard and as fast as he can, so this precaution is the responsible thing to do. As he pays for the sleek black choice he's made, he senses the familiar excitement beginning to build. Picking up his snowboard as he leaves, he feels an added surge of pleasure. He bought it while in the States a few months ago, and he hasn't yet seen one like it here. There's nothing to match its curled smoothness and sleek design, not even in the racks of gleaming new boards in this shop. Out in the sunshine, he puts on his sunglasses and looks around. There is a photograph of him taken at this moment by one of the friends who has just arrived, so imagination is not necessary here. He doesn't know it, but he is as handsome as he might ever wish to be, and the girl also caught on camera coming out of the shop in her new turquoise ski suit thinks so too, as she gives him an inviting smile. He doesn't notice, for all he is interested in now is the perfection of the moment. Even down here at resort level, he can see the snow is still thick from last night's fall, so he knows the slopes higher up will be ideal for snowboarders, the thin cool air just warmed enough to be comfortable for working up a sweat.